What's up, everybody? Kidtron44 here. Recently, during the Olympic Showcase Games with the United States of America, Joel Embiid had an interview with the New York Times with reporter David Marchese. Forgive me if I pronounce your last name wrong. And during this interview, the MVP, the big man center from the 76ers, Joel Embiid, stated out his own mouth that LeBron now is not the LeBron that was a couple years ago. But you know what? I think it's best for me if I let Joel Embiid explain it for himself. So let me play the recording of what exactly he said.
LeBron now is not the LeBron that was a couple years ago. So it's a big difference. So the name might be there, but everybody would also tell you, and you can see for yourself, like the athletic LeBron and the dominant that he was a couple years ago is not the same that he is now. So yeah, I mean, I think people get fooled by the names that are on paper, but yeah, those names have been built throughout their career, and now they're older, so they're not what they used to be.
And just like that, Joel Embiid, I'm tired, I'm hurt. Joel Embiid finds a way to degrade and to speak down on his teammates once again. Joel has a history of doing this. Perfect example in 2023 in the NBA playoff series against the Boston Celtics when they had an opportunity to close the game in Game 6, but he blew it. And he had an opportunity to close out in Game 7, but like always, and I said before, he blew that opportunity too. And when he lost that series against the Celtics, when Jason Tatum put 51 points on his head, he made this excuse.
Joe, just what's the next step for you with James, and like as a tandem going forward, and how much are you going to be in his ear this summer to kind of have him come back here?
Back and found ways to just keep improving and help the team. You can't win alone. I can't win alone. Me and James, we just can't win alone. That's why basketball is played 5-on-5. So, we just need everybody to just, try to keep finding ways to get better, and, we'll be fine.
Overall, blaming your teammates once again and blaming the role players that was on your team. And throughout this interview, he was also not just speaking about LeBron James, he was also speaking on the ages and the legacy of Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. Joel Embiid, my brother, your legs are like an age of a 40-year-old. Your legs and your bottom extremities are just like my main man Kawhi Leonard, who I call She-Rock. I should call you She-Rock number 2 because your legs always tend to break up and break down. Because both of your knees tend to break down like some rocks. Joel Embiid, your legs are like a broken down engine. You have 2 broken down spark plugs, a busted up oil pipe, and a burnt out transmission. Let's have a closer look into Joel Embiid's legs and let's find out the real problem. Like Joel Embiid, my brother, you can't even jump over a clipboard. I've been seeing some plays during this Olympic Games. They were trying to throw Joel Embiid an alley-oop. This brother can't even jump that high. Enough. He had to wait till the ball caught up to his hands in the air, and he had to let the ball fall down in his hands, and he had to lay the ball up. He couldn't even dunk the ball. And you talking about LeBron James' age? But LeBron's out there closing out games against the South Sudan team. He went out there and closed out the game against Germany and dominated, had 23 points in that game and had 11 points in the fourth quarter. And Steph Curry is out there, he's playing pretty well for himself too. And you can't take nothing away from him during this Olympics. Joel Embiid, his comments, and let me just state this, whether you believe or you think his comments were right or wrong, he should not have stated this out to the media. Because you know how the media can, have certain agendas and, push in. Oh, you don't ever want to bring that type of controversy for your teammates and the players you're playing with, especially in the Olympics games. Your comments were distasteful and it's just honest to God disrespectful, man. Imagine you got to come up to the huddle And you gotta see LeBron and Curry and Kevin Durant again, man. It's gonna be an uncomfortable situations, And let me just state this: I think they rekindle because I don't think KD or LeBron or Steph Curry really, have that type of ego. If you say something bad about them, they're just gonna, instantly hate you. But it will be somewhat of an uncomfortable situation. And Joel Embiid, you say these comments, but you acting like you out here dominating like Akeem Olajuwon, out here dominating like you Wilt Chamberlain or David Robinson, bro. You are playing hyena butt water, trash, garbage water. When you take out the garbage and the trash, you got the little liquid on the bottom? Yes, you will Embiid, that's you. On the defensive side of the ball, you're looking like a log, a cone out there, because teams are taking advantage of you not being mobile. You're not being quick enough on the defensive side and running zones on you 24/7. You're not even adjusting to the physical game of the Olympics. You out there calling for fouls in an Olympic game? And Joel, I'm going off about what the media stated and said about you. People stated and said that you were the most dominant player in the NBA. People even stated and said you were a better scorer and player than Shaquille O'Neal. People stated and said that you were the best player in the Eastern Conference. So I expect you to dominate and score even more points in the Olympics. Imagine if Jason Tatum said those degrading comments about Steph, LeBron, and Kevin Durant. The media will literally degrade Jason Tatum and his legacy. And his brother just won a championship and he's still trying to find some way to hate on Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. This is why I stated and said Joel Embiid is the most protected basketball player I ever seen in my lifetime. He gets nothing but excuses for constantly losing in the second round, never making the Eastern Conference Finals, or even the NBA Finals in a weak Eastern Conference, when you only really had two teams that you really gotta watch out for: Milwaukee and the Boston Celtics. And let's just be honest, that's it. That's basically all I gotta say about this topic, man. Joel Embiid, stop degrading your players on your team. You need to stop doing that, man. But that's all I really gotta say about this, man. See you guys next time, man. Kid Trump 44 out.